there this evening. Listen, this is a evening like any other evening, and we could be talking about a bunch of other things. But today I did bring up something personal, and I brought it up kind of actually because I really didn't feel like certain things are held against us out here on social media, or when we do a live feed, or when we show something live happening, car accident or police brutality or a fight or something, how something really happened, and we got some video evidence. It does mean a lot today. That's part of our technology today. Everybody got phones. We might as well take advantage of it, and we talk about doing it in a sense of defending each other. So when we showing each other what's really going on at the time, and that's very important because for one, we got it. I mean, it's better than having a CB radio. It's better than doing smoke signals. It's a damn cell phone that you can record what's going on right then. And since they already got the Wi-Fi towers, and since all this is already in place, there's some things we can use it for the good, and that's to defend ourselves. So I've been telling y'all this, and I've used it in my own life. As embarrassing as some of these moments have been, as crazy as they've been, I think some of them have saved my life. I think y'all have saved my life by other people maybe seeing these live feeds and saying, hey, wait a minute, damn, didn't know we had all these people looking after them. And people call me or get on here with me, and I look after them the best I can. I watch every one of y'all's live feeds. Sometimes you just having birthday parties for your kids. Sometimes you just jamming in the car. Hey, I come in and say hello, don't I? You know, every one of you know I do. Because sometimes I'm just sitting here and ain't got nothing better to do but drink some of this coffee and dip tobacco. But on a serious note, uh, really, that's how we can look after each other. And if you think it's stupid, or some people out there be like, hey man, that's, whatever you think about it, look at how the so-called president uses Twitter and social media, memes and everything on Facebook, and all the advertisements on YouTube before you can even listen to a song or anything. He uses it. The political process uses it. The political pundits, everybody out there uses this social media to their advantage, in their way. And their way seems to be evil. Their way seems to be able to use social media popularity, or just somebody being able to like something because it might be a little something they like from a little something they heard, and they feel like they're taking the pulse of America, thinking, getting what your feelings really are. And some people might be doing that, and it does sway their opinions, or they'll say like, wow, he said that on social media, well, that means something. Well, I don't come out here and just make up something to defend myself. The one I did about the guy that's with this open case, and he gets out and does a radio show. I had not said a word about none of it. He gets up with this other fella that wants to make trouble, and they made trouble, and they really hurt themselves doing it. But it was on social media, and it was heard. Um, we think some court is going to listen to me if I say, "Hey, man, they admitted everything right here on the radio blog," and um, can you want to listen to it? So no, I'm going to get judged out here. But that's what he was trying to do, was get me judged out here. And this is what people try to do to you. They'll say something, or they won't show their face. They won't do a live feed. That's why I like that. And listen, you remember back a while back, they had that damn Facebook challenge where people was dumping water over their head and doing all kind of stupid stuff. I even did it to I think I did it to somebody. I can't remember who the hell it was. They wanted water poured over their head. I said, all right, here you go. And I always wondered why we just didn't do a Facebook challenge where we just got out there and did a live feed and said, hey, my name's Bill Bunting, and I'm your brother, and I love you. Peace. And then, just get off. Or maybe if you're shy and don't want to show your face, that's cool, because nobody's out there pressuring nobody. So maybe your camera works two ways. So put it at a scene you're at and say, hey, I'm such and such. I'm your sister. I love you. What about that Facebook challenge? What about a Facebook challenge? Hey, I want to unite with somebody. I don't care what you believe. I just want to save my planet. Where's them Facebook challenges? Where's the social media strengths that we can use? But no, we get out here and we use it to cuss each other, and we use it to cast aspersions on each other. It's an easy way because you're talking to a screen, you're typing on a keyboard. Not much. You think not much going to come of it, But Trump does it, and it affects the world and our nation especially. Um, People do it out here and they get arrested for it. There are laws against it. There are some things you can't just come out and say about people, especially that they killed people or that they've raped people or committed capital crimes, real crimes with real victims. You can't come out and just accuse people of that. You can accuse them of a lot of things, man. You can accuse them of fingering their butt while they listen to Johnny Cash. I don't give a damn what you accuse somebody of, but you can accuse people of certain things that are real verbal slander. This has been not only done against me, but it's been done against many of y'all. And some of us are lucky enough, and I'm going to say I was lucky enough for these two dumbasses to get out there and provoke me with a radio show that I was able to show the world. I ain't scared what's on there. I told everybody over the last, what is it been, y'all, 2-3 years now with this fool. I got the 4 videos on him, and he messed up everybody's life he ever got involved in, and he just messed up this man's life. He played on his hate and anger from shit he saw on social media. So I feel like I'm partially to blame because my life got put out there, and Boyden used it to get Larry even in deeper trouble than he was in before. And sometimes you know what you got to do. Sometimes you know what you got to do with your enemy. You ain't got to do nothing with your enemy, because I'm going to tell you something. Your enemy will destroy himself if they really hate you that much. But if an enemy looks at another enemy and he says, man, it's a standoff, or they put up I got a picture of me holding this big broken Bowie knife. And the thing is, if one soldier shows a broken sword to another soldier, he's saying that he can't fight no more, but he's saying I ain't going to just lay down and die. I still got a half a sword, but I can't fight you fair no more. So what are we going to do? Sometimes we can just learn to agree to disagree and agree on more important things other than talking points or social media bullshit. I don't want to spend time chasing aspersions about my character or who I am or what my purpose was and any of the things that I do that I blatantly put out here all the time, almost every day, to show y'all how beautiful life is, to show you that somebody ain't scared to come meet you. Ain't somebody, see, I try to use social media for the good things, even a little bit of teaching and even a little bit of elder speaking, but only what I know. And really, mainly, I told you before, for my children and grandchildren that I don't get to talk to all the time. And now I feel like all that's in jeopardy because of social media aspersions about me, that people make claims when they claim I'm sending this to a prosecutor or I'm sending it, or it's just out there. Look how many videos go viral of people acting a fool out in the parking lot. I hate your guts because you white. I hate your guts because you black. You are this, you are that. And people catch them live. That's that's shaming people and that's showing a problem. But it's only showing a problem with certain individuals, and it's also showing that people can just do that to protect themselves. Because some of these people might be like that, and somebody screaming, yeah, go back to your country, go do this, go do that, get out of America, MAGA, make America great, and get out, and all this. And something happened and you ain't filming it, then it's your word against theirs. And if you look like me, they're gonna hear their word first. I promise you. And if you ain't local, you better be filming everything you do if you ain't local somewhere. And that's cool because communities are supposed to be like that. Everybody is supposed to take somebody else's word above the other or an outsider. So I can't argue with that, but you don't want to get in them situations. But if you do, bam, we got the social media. Now, since it gets used both ways so hard, and I see a balance in there, some virtual balance of the digital world. But I think most of the time, because of human nature and a part of us that want to see something, mean or ugly, we want to see negativity sometimes. You can't lie. You're searching for the bad things because we're all thinking something bad's coming up. And that's the only real reason for most people. But we got to start using this social media for good. And that is backing each other up. That is using the PMs, whether anybody can see them or not, to say, hey, I need a friend. Hey, I need to talk to somebody. Hey, I need this or that. It's not a matter of getting something from somebody or whatever. They use long distance media to talk to certain people out there over this on the scale of tens of millions of people, maybe hundreds of millions of people at one time. They got you on a network on your phone where they can give 250 million of you a text at one time. So I can't get that point across more than that. They got that much power. They can use that for anything. What are they going to use it for? We don't know. But what are we going to use it for? Well, let's start putting some good in it. And I saw where, and it's on my wall, a guy's wanting to have a moment in time where as many people that maybe even all day, I'd like to see a 24-hour thing. Just start over there near Australia and just bring it on across the world, the earth, and everybody meditate to something positive, not for hope, not for wishing. Just, hey, man, it was just good stuff, man. We're gonna have good stuff. We're all thinking good stuff. We're wanting to live good stuff. Well, the social media is as stupid as it was to begin with, and just people chatting, hey, what's the weather over there? What's the temperature over there? Do you see snow? Or y'all getting real hot? No, now it got real. Now it got to where it's evidence in court. Now it's got to where it's the word of a president, the free world. I mean, what more do you want? And now they got even the texting part down to where they can send 250 million texts at one time. How many texts can you send at one time? I mean, that's just asking. How many texts can your whole community or the biggest city next to you, how many texts can they put out at one time? I'm pretty sure it's not nowhere near 250 million. It's a network built around us that we become reliant on. It's a network that's been built around us that has come to be the most needed thing in the world. And the whole time, all it was something to hide a military signal. And that's cool because it was actually a good idea to begin with. But now they've gone to 5G, or they're going to 5G, and the 4G is already scrambling people. Y'all, this ain't no good for any kind of health. And you look at it at so many different levels, just the frequency radiation alone that comes off of it, it's going to shorten our lives. And with the aluminum content in the water and in the vaccines and the medicine and everything and fluoride and everything, it actually makes you hotter to some of these frequencies, like a microwave. We got to think about things like this. But no matter what it comes to, why it's there, it also can be used like, I don't know how to say it. Um, the word spelling comes from the word spell, and I think they use this social media sometimes to spell people and put negative stuff on them, and then you get to feeling bad. Then you get to worrying about the past, and like I told you, that sister told me about, uh, when you think about and dwell on the past, you get depressed. When you think about and dwell on the future, you get anxious. But if you sit in the middle, that's when you can find some inner peace, or at least find solutions, because that's the only moment we can live. That's the only moment we're making sense. We can take what happened from the past and hope for this future, or move forward to this future, but we can only do what we can do right now. Well, on social media, let's put some good stuff out there. And hey, if you want to go put hugs and unicorns blowing hearts out their ass and all that kind of stuff and all these gifts and memes, I'll be honest with you. You can ask Karen Sue. I send her the silliest ones all the time. They make me smile on a dark day, on a dark night, or whatever, or by myself. And dark moment was what I really meant to say, because I like the dark, but as you can tell. But I like seeing some smiles, man. People need to be smiling. It's fall. We got harvesting. We're gonna store up. We're gonna see what we need for the winter. We'll get through the winter, man. We got another spring coming up, and that's about as far as I want to go about thinking ahead. But I want to think about it right now. How am I gonna get to that spring? How if everything just because it's mostly just for this election season, y'all, and it'll all pander down and peter out a little bit. But if it's what I think it is, and more this control, I think even after people get into office, I think there's going to be some kind of weird something, and they'll use social media, and maybe then that some of the things deeper things that the gray state type stuff we think might happen. Who knows? I hope it don't happen. And if we put positive energy out here, at least we're living good that day and that moment while we're doing it. You know what I mean? So shit, I'd love to see a Facebook challenge where, or not even a Facebook challenge, just I couldn't do the meet and greet again walk, so you can do a meet and greet live, and at least tag me in it, and at least I'll come and say hey. And if I can't get them all at one time, then whatever. That'd be cool. I'd like to get so many I couldn't get it at one time. But I don't do that for that reason. That's just something that this could be used for. And then police is coming up on you, boyfriend or girlfriend, man or woman on you. Break that son of a bitch out. I broke it out on the Calhoun County Police, but them guys were real gentlemen. They were actually cops doing their job, and I commended them two officers for that. I even said something out here because that was the truth, man. They didn't want to take nobody to jail, but I didn't know. And maybe what if I didn't have the camera on? what the fuck then, man? Because we see too much real stuff out there of all people, man. We know why they televise some and why some of them, why the cops get away with some of them, but not never why they happen. Just they happen, and we got to film it. And the filming has changed some things. I think the filming has stopped some things, but you got to catch it spur of the moment. Hey, if it's too embarrassing for you, I guess you could take it off. I don't know. You can learn from any kind of lesson in your life. That's for damn sure. You can learn from any kind of lesson in your life. So I don't know. But you don't want everybody to know every one of your lessons either, do you? Oh Lord have mercy. But I just want to kind of explain that I wasn't out here just trying to shame Larry Rodriguez or challenge the Ritchie County prosecutor or the magistrate judge of that county. All that's going to come out like it does. I don't really know what's going to happen, but because of what they said on social media, I really felt strongly that if I didn't rebut that and actually not just making the video but live, because that's the other thing too, man. People get caught up in lies, and a lot of people that don't want you to see their face when they talk, they'll only do radio. You see, I ain't much to look at, so and I don't really care about appearance. I ain't trying to get a background. I ain't trying to add bells and whistles to my videos. It's a short message, and it means brotherhood, unity, and love to save our planet and our lives. It's also to be aware of what's going on around you. So some of them out there just want to hide their face and not show their face. I don't trust that, but that's me. What I trust is when your dog likes me or your cat likes me or your kids like me, and that's what I see in other people, because that just shows people putting out good stuff, no matter what kind of person they are. But I'm easy to label, and it's easy to get me, and I'm easy to get myself in trouble because I do run my mouth at the wrong time, and I feel like I should be able to say certain things, and I should be able to live a certain way. But also, like I said, I feel a lot, no matter what a court does to me, because I don't think they're really going to care enough to look into who I am and why what happened. But other people do. My kids will know, and my grandkids will know if anything ever happened to me. There'd be a video log of me for the rest of my life. So some of you grandparents out there that, a lot of our families are far away. People move to get jobs. People move to do this and that, and our kids are moved all around. I'm hundreds and even 1,000 miles away from one kid. My 3 kids and my grandkids. So I know how that is. We can use this to just show parts of our life, show that we're happy. And then if we wound up being found in the garage and we shot ourselves in the back of the head 7 times with a nail gun, they might think a little bit different and say, no, I don't think Paul could have done that. But I don't think he wanted to. So whatever. It is that kind of world, y'all. Straight up, no bullshit talk. 100, all 100. It is that kind of world. Look at all the people that's been killed, black and white, people that spoke out. I even believe that I don't care what anybody thinks about any of these people. I mean, Michael Jackson, Prince, I think some of them got silenced like Martin Lawrence. I think some of them got deep in that Hollywood thing and realized that they had sold their soul and they were going to sooner or later have to be a celebrity sacrificed it for all that fame and fortune that was bestowed upon them. I don't know. I just hear the stories from the people that live there. I hear the stories that all corroborate with history in that area and that whole area. But here's where we can talk about it. Here's where we can cover our ass as a tribe. Here's where we can say, hey, I'm alive and I'm happy. Hey, I'm here. And even introduce yourself. Like I said, just the whole introduction thing and saying hello, meet and greet again, throw it in their face. We got to be the change. But sadly, we got to document this change as we go through it. But the cool thing is we got the means to. We got the damn means to, so do it. I love y'all. Peace. Think about that and use this social media when you got to. And that way we won't have to live in fear. We know we got somebody's got our back. Bet that. Peace.